If you're a man, come close, let's have a chat. Do you realize or do you know that women generally live longer than men? Google is your friend, make your research, find out if I'm lying. And there's a reason why. We know that in my gender, we are always the ones bragging for our physical strength and many things and what we can do, being stronger than women and everything. But guess what? Women generally live longer than us. There are so many reasons, so many factors, and that is what I just want to dissect in little bits. For number one is women have two chromosomes, two X chromosomes, while men have what? Just one X chromosome and one Y chromosome. What this means is basically the X chromosome is in charge of protecting and also boosting the functions of immunity, the immunity we have within us, which is what helps us to fight against diseases, infections, and everything. To break it down further, immunity simply means that thing that makes your injuries go or heal faster, that thing that makes you get better faster when you're sick. It is not just medications that works. Your immunity work in conjunction with medications to help you recover from whatever you're going through. So women have two chromosomes, two X chromosomes, while men only have just one X chromosome. That has been confirmed to be a contributory factor why women sort of live longer than men. The second one is what we call the estrogen. Estrogen is also a hormone that is found mainly in women. What does estrogen do? Estrogen is a hormone, is a very strong hormone that boosts and helps the function and the health of the cardiovascular. When we talk about the cardiovascular, we mean the heart. This is a hormone that is found in women. Men do not have estrogen. Even if they do, very little quantity. So by that reason, women already have a strong hormone that helps to protect their hearts from things like heart attack, myocardial infarction, arrhythmia, tachycardia. There's a lot of heart conditions that can ultimately make you be in a very bad state if they should happen to you. But with this estrogen, women have an added protection against things like that. The second one is social life. It's crazy, but there is a studies that have proven that in some cultures, the more women age, the more respect they gain. The more respect they gain, the more favor they gain from people, the more love, the more kindness they gain from people, as opposed to their male counterparts, who the more you age, the more lonely you become. Loneliness, that's not just the only issue. I'm not talking about being surrounded with people, because you can be surrounded with by people or with people and still feel lonely. You don't have friends. Your children are gliding more and more towards your wife, the mother, whereas you as the father, who mostly contributed, made a lot of sacrifices, most of your children don't even look your way. They don't even send you, basically. And that's because that is somehow how life works, which is quite sad and it's not very nice. But I believe things are beginning to improve. So social life can also contribute to why women tend to live longer than men. The fourth reason is also risk-taking factors. What do I mean by risk-taking factors? Women are less likely to be indulged in things like drinking excessively, being embroiled in very difficult or dangerous jobs. I'm not saying that women don't do dangerous jobs, But let's be honest here, there is more chances that we will find the male counterparts in jobs like this more than the female counterparts. So, and with risk comes different types of risk: injuries, mortality, fatality, and the rest. Women are less likely to engage in risky behaviors, fighting, violence, gang-related crimes, so many things. But naturally, this is where you find most of my gender. And what that means is, by that reason, we are more susceptible to injuries from violence or death or anything even worse than that, or relatively as worse. So women generally tend to endeavor themselves in less risky activities, unlike their male counterparts. Another reason is also because of size, something as small as size. In the study of many animals, it was discovered that size does really matter, not just when fighting, not just when exerting dominance, but usually in many species, the bigger the size of the species, the shorter the lifespan. Yeah. So when you see elephants and all those big animals, look out for the species that have the bigger sizes. Look out for the male ones, right? There was a studies which proved that yes, the male species, especially not just the male species, the species of animals that are larger in sizes tend to have shorter lifespan. This is a studies that also could give you a lot of opportunity to learn more about it. So feel free to make your research and find out if what I'm saying or what I'm saying is true. The reason why, and that's just what I'm going to wrap it up about, the reason why women tend to live more than men. There are so many other reasons. Another one, bonus reason, is because women generally also eat healthier than men. Believe it or yes. Most men, alcohol, a lot of them drinking things, a lot of them taking cannabis, drugs, substance, and all those things. But statistically, women generally endeavor less in these things. They eat healthier, and there is a direct correlation between what you eat and the benefit it gives to your body. In fact, basically, when Bible says that life and death is on the lips, it's not just in terms of what you say. What you eat can or may determine what happens to you. If you become obese, if you introduce something foreign to your body, if you introduce something toxic to your body, it's a lot of times has to do with what you eat and what you ingest. So women generally live longer because they tend to eat healthier than their male counterparts. So this is not just to condemn, this is not to inspire fear-mongering in my gender. This is just to sensitize my gender, the male counterparts, the male gender, basically. In this June, which is Men's Mental Health Month, we're celebrating Men's Mental Health Month. I want to use this beautiful opportunity to encourage every man out there. Already as a man, the statistics do not back us. I'm sorry to say that we are already losing just because you're a man. But that shouldn't discourage you. Take charge, take responsibility, eat healthy, exercise, stay in the right shape, have a good mindset about life, associate with good people that will help you. Avoid associating with people that will expose you to certain dangers you really do not need to be exposed to, because these are the things that can make you go earlier than you plan to go. When I say go, you know what I mean. So let's take charge. Let us become more responsible for ourselves. Let's eat healthier. Let us drink healthier. Let us live healthier. Let us exercise a lot and do things that we're supposed to do. Because, you only live once. I think it's wiser to make it count. If you only live once, I think it would make sense that once you make it really count. Otherwise, you just leave early and you'll be forgotten. And that's how life works. Anyone who dies is forgotten. Life just moves on. Refuse to be the one to die early. take charge, take responsibility, eat well, do what you have to do. Spiritual, worship whatever you want to worship, but just make sure that you live right, and at least increase your chances of ultimately ending up on the favorable part of the pendulum in terms of who gets to live long or who gets not to live long. Remember once again that I'm not trying to inspire fear. This is just sensitization. This is just a reminder and an encouragement for all men out there to take extra responsibilities in terms of their life. Catch you on the next one. My name is Chibuzo. Thanks for tuning in.